right, Coach, we'll start with an opening statement and take questions. Bradshaw here as well.
Lost to a really good football team today. That was a talented, just a really good, tough, physical football team. I'm incredibly proud of our team and the fact that they fought and gave a tremendous effort all the way through. And just watching those guys out there in the waning moments of the game. The last time they scored a touchdown, we went out there to block the PAT. Our guys were rushing through there and trying to knife through the middle to block it. Just kept playing, played as hard as they could, and that's what we asked our guys to do, and I was sure proud of that. And they made a lot of plays against us. It was we weren't doing a great job getting off the blocks. They threw some of those passes out there in the flat, which were really difficult to defend because they were blocking us. And had we gotten off some blocks and tackled those for a little shorter yardage, we would have got them in maybe some more difficult situations. But they were getting big chunks of yard on first down and making it tough on us defensively. Ran the ball very effectively. Their quarterback ran the ball well. And then on offense, we really had a great drive, that 99-yard drive, but just weren't sustaining enough each time we got it. And against a team like that, you've got to get some yards on first down and not get yourself in a long yardage situation. A couple times we did, and it just made it difficult on us. And we couldn't hit big plays. We popped out of there a couple times and we couldn't finish the long run, and we didn't hit the big pass plays. We had a couple shots and took some shots at them. And hey, just give them credit. They outplayed us, and physically we're pretty good, and that made it probably the most difficult for us.
Ahmad, just in the second quarter, you had the 99-yard drive. You were making yardage yourself, Darnell, Jordan, Andy Davidson. Did you think that momentum could carry through after that?
Absolutely, sir. I thought that we ran the ball really well up front. Sometimes our offensive line, they blocked them really well, but like Coach said, they played really hard. They're a very talented team, and they won a bunch of one-on-one battles.
And then in the third quarter, you had a good drive going and stalled. You tried the field goal, and what happened? Anything unusual happened on the field goal attempt?
No, sir.
That's just a miss. Okay. And then, just after that, did you think you had a chance? Ohio State came back so quickly right after that. You went down, you had another drive, and you had a miss connection on your handoff. Tell us what happened on that one.
Yeah, so Coach always harps on the fundamentals, and my job is to get the ball out, to mesh, and I didn't do that before the B-back passed me, and it was my fault I got to pull the ball before I get it to the next guy. So caused a turnover because I didn't play fundamentally sound.
There was a little bit of a mess charge right there. The guy kind of ran in between the handoff and the tried to take them both.
Yeah, got hit right in the exchange.
Yep.
And Coach, okay.
Go ahead.
Coach, this comes from I'm with the Columbus Dispatch. Tim May, our beat man, wanted me to ask you, have you seen many defenses go with 5 defensive backs and 2 linebackers against you?
We have. That's not uncommon with teams that line up like Coach Shiano did in the 8-man front to put an extra DB in it at one of the outside linebackers or the overhand players.
What is that meant to do?
I think just to get open field tacklers out there on the perimeter. We ran a lot of toss plays and pitch plays and get it out there on the edge, and it gets DBs playing against wide receivers and running backs rather than linebackers doing those jobs.
So when Greg was at Rutgers, he did that when you were at Navy?
He did some of that against us. There's some different wrinkles, but really it was a very similar front. It's the front we practiced all week. We anticipated we would get that. He had a lot of success with that defense as he kind of got that thing greased up and playing the option year in and year out. That's what we worked against all week. We just didn't do a good enough job executing.
And when you, the missed field goal attempt, you had the crowd really out of it on that long drive, and you had like a 3rd and 4 at the 24. Was that one of your pet plays that you ran on 3rd down? It was the pitch right.
I can't recall exactly what play we ran right before the field goal. I don't know if it was oh, I know what it was. That's the one where their free safety ran through and tackled them on the edge. That was really a little bit of a different play than we had run, a little different scheme on the perimeter than we had run all day, and we missed the block. We had a guy that was assigned to him, and he just over pursued the free safety, and the free safety ran underneath the block, and there's nobody else for him. So we had a good seam there, and I thought had we got that block, I might have had a chance to score on that play. And but that's the difference between one block making it and not making it. And unfortunately, we didn't make it and missed the field goal.
And Coach, about Ohio State's offense, you were stopping their drives, forcing them into long drives in the first half. In the second half, Barrett was able to get a couple of big plays, and Dobbins had some big plays. How difficult was it to stop players of that caliber?
Well, they're talented, and anytime you play somebody that's that talented, it's going to be difficult. We're not the only guys that have had trouble covering their guys and tackling their guys and getting off blocks, and those guys, they're pretty good. I think somebody told me yesterday that Urban's only lost 7 times here in his career. That's a pretty good team. And so I thought our guys were playing really hard. A couple of times we turned guys loose. A couple of times we didn't have an extra guy out in the perimeter like we were supposed to. In the first half, they were running the quarterback, they had a little option play, and Barrett was kind of off to the races a little bit. And we got that fixed and got a guy out there, but they found other ways to get us. So I can give them credit. They did a nice job, particularly in the second half. They just outplayed us and outcoached us.
You had 259 yards rushing against what's been described as a pretty top-notch defensive line. What did you think of the line play up front?
I thought our guys played really hard. We didn't sustain blocks the whole time like we would like to, but it also has a lot to do with them, the other team. They were pretty good at getting off of blocks. And so I wish we could have blocked them better and kept them blocked and blocked on the perimeter when we got the ball out there, and at 559 yards, we probably had more points had we done that. But we've got to be able to run the ball to have success. Our team does. And 259 yards doesn't win many ball games for us at Army.
All set?
Coach, anything you can say about Ryan England or Rick Kurtz, who went down?
I don't have any information on them yet. I haven't had a chance to visit with our trainers yet.
Do you feel like the team learned something from playing a top 10 program like this in a tough environment?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, what do you learn? I think if we would have played the very best we possibly can, maximized our potential physically, played every assignment exactly like we were supposed to play it, we probably would have had a chance to win the game. I don't think we played as well as we can possibly play. There's a lot of things we did fundamentally that weren't very good. And you get exposed when you don't play with good fundamentals and you play against really talented people. That wasn't the only reason we lost. I mean, give them credit. They lined up and just blocked us sometimes and got off blocks, and that's football. They won the game. They earned it, and credit to Ohio State. But we didn't get any turnovers. We didn't have those things happen for us in our favor. And you gotta have some breaks go your way in a game like that against a really good opponent if you're gonna win. And so you learn how important it is to create those plays, to try to create turnovers, to play with and trust your fundamentals. And you realize that, sometimes you face a really good team, it's really talented, and when they play really well and they don't make a bunch of mistakes, they got a good chance to beat you. And, you know, our guys are disappointed that we lost, and I'm disappointed that we lost. But, you know, we lost to Ohio State. It's one of the most successful and powerful programs in the nation. And, you know, for the first 30 minutes of the game, I thought we were slugging it out pretty good with them. And there were times in the second half we were playing really good football. And just, you got to play that way for 60 minutes. And like I said, have some breaks go your way, and they didn't. So I congratulate them, and I'm sure they're going to have a great season.
What are one or two things that Ohio State did consistently against you today that you walk away saying, yeah, that's what decided the game for them?
I don't think it's one or two things they did that decided the game for them, but from my, you know, I can recall them, you know, just playing really fundamentally sound and playing assignment football, you know, play option team, everybody assigned to somebody. You got to get off blocks, and they did that really well. And they made tackles, and we didn't break a lot of tackles. They wrapped us up, got us down, and they did that really well.
Thanks, everybody.
Coach, at the end of the first half, were you just trying to keep the ball out of Ohio State's hands, or does it seem, you know?
We were trying to go down and get some points there before the half was over. But we didn't want to give them another shot with the ball. We knew we were going to get the second half kickoff. If we could just get 3 points and cut it to 7, we'd hope to maybe come out in the second half and drive down and score and tie the game up. But we took a couple of shots. We threw the ball a couple times there on that drive, but we didn't want to throw it 4 times in a row. There was 2 minutes and 4 seconds when I looked up there, and I'm like, okay, well, we can throw it 3 times here and give it back to them with 1:43 on the clock. And those guys are pretty good, and they were going really fast anyway, and they could move the ball down pretty quick, and all of a sudden it'd be 24-7. I would rather have it be 17-7 and be within striking distance to come out in the second half having the ball. But we were trying to score, and we just couldn't get it down there and do that.
Thanks.
Thank
You called timeout with 20 seconds there at the end of the second quarter. Was there some idea of taking a pass or shot downfield there when you came back out?
Yeah, well, when the clock was down there under a minute, they came to the point where I don't think now they've got a shot to drive down and score. They would have to hit one big play. If they got the ball back, we would back everybody up and say, hey, keep it in front of you and don't let them hit a big play. So with 20 seconds to go, we popped the timeout, and did we throw it, as I recall?
I think we ran a toss.
Oh, we ran a toss? Yeah, we ran a toss. Trying to get a first down, clock would stop, I'd hit another timeout right there. You know, just, hey, if you watched this play, you watched this play today. You know, we're not a throwing machine. You know, we can't line up there and just dink the ball down the field. There's a lot of people say, why would you throw a 6-yard out? And you know how hard that is for us to do? I don't know how many guys they got on their defense that are going to play in the NFL. We got exactly none. And we got no guys on our offensive line that are going to play in the NFL either. They got to block those guys. So it's a little more of a challenge than people realize. And I thought our guys did a great job on those play action passes. We had a chance to get the ball off, and we didn't hit them. You know, we didn't make a play. But we've got to play our game, our brand of football, and hope that's good enough. And that's what we were trying to do.
Coach, just one thing, what do you think about the reception from the fans for your team?
The Ohio State fans, I'm embarrassed to say I didn't really take notice. I didn't know, did they give us a standing ovation or something like that? That's great. I had my concentration on something else besides what the fans were doing, and if they did that, and they did do that, that's fantastic, and that's much appreciated for our team. That's they got a great fan base. I mean, I don't know what the attendance was, probably over 100,000. 108,000, that's a lot of people. And they're very classy, and they love their team, and you can see that. And I really was impressed that there were so many people there at the end, still in the stadium when the game was over, to share in the alma mater, and that's a neat tradition here too. So we had a great reception when we got to the hotel. People here in Ohio were very gracious. They welcomed our team, and as we were coming into the stadium, there were a lot of people wearing scarlet and gray and clapping for our, I don't know if they knew it was our buses or not, I assume they did. They were standing there clapping and cheering, and sometimes I think they're happy to give us those police escorts at Ohio State, places like that, because it's like the sacrificial lambs coming in. Come on, we're ready for you to get down here so we can beat the heck out of you. But they were very gracious as we were coming in and very respectful, and I didn't realize they did that. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know that, but that's much appreciated. We got a great bunch of kids, and West Point's a remarkable place, and we got some really special young people there that have made a commitment to serve all of the rest of us who aren't willing to make that commitment. And it's nice to know that the folks here in Ohio recognize that, and we really appreciate that.
Great, thanks.